Good morning, Grace Harbor. It is day 145, or May 25th. Congratulations on getting this far. I'm cold, so I'm going to stay wrapped up in this blanket. Alright, as a recap from Friday, David has just charged Solomon with two things. One is from verse 19 in chapter 22 that said, "Set your mind and heart to seek the Lord your God." And the second thing was from verse 13 that said, "Be strong and courageous, fear not, do not be dismayed." And I just want to ask the question, why did David call back to Joshua 1:9? And it's because it was a promise from God. Be strong and courageous, do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. This is a promise that God will be with Solomon. These are promises that God will be with us. It didn't stop with Joshua. It didn't stop with Solomon. We get this referenced all the way through the New Testament. God is with his people. So after this charge, David hands over the kingdom and makes Solomon king. And that's really unique and really special because not many kings live to see their sons rule. Usually, kings are changed because of death or war or a coup. Rarely do kings pass on their thrones and power willingly and with grace. And here, David has passed on his kingdom to Solomon without any fighting or killing. In chapter 23, we have David redefining all the duties of each clan of the Levites. And this is reaffirming the roles that Moses gave them from God. In chapter 24, we know that at some point Solomon will build a temple. There will be a rotation of priests, and here they cast lots and organize those 24 rotations. If you want a game of investigation, check out verse 10. The 8th is Abijah, or Abijah, Abijah. He's the ancestor of John the Baptist, and you can find that connection in Luke 1:5. Connection points help us know that the Old Testament is still and will always be relevant, and it's not just something to be left behind. It's not archaic. It's not to be tossed out. It's important even today. So go investigate that and report back in the comments all the things you'll learn about John the Baptist as it relates to 1 Chronicles. Chapter 25, we have another series of lots cast for naming priests to do singing and music and to teach those things. This is really special to me because we often focus a lot on the Levites who are in charge of what we might call like preaching today, like teaching scripture and doing those type things, but we don't often get to see as much about the Levite priests who are in charge of singing, choir stuff, instrumental music, and they also have, like the Levites in chapter 24, they're also set up in groups of 24 rotations. And I find that really fun and interesting because God has a specific way he wants to be worshipped. So what's the application here? This is a chapter full of lots of names, and it's easy to want to skip it. So we need a bottom line, or what's the point? And I think I have three. The first is that God cares about the details. God cares so much about his people that in these three chapters, it's not just, okay, and y'all will do this, and y'all will do that. He names people by name. He cares about the details. Second is that God fulfills his promises. He told David that he would have sons that would be kings after him. And here we have the first one. God is keeping his promises. He told David that he would not be the one that built a temple. He kept his promise. He said, your son will be the king of rest and will have the temple built. And here we're getting to that. So God makes promises, keeps promises, and will continue to keep his promises. And the third thing was that God has a specific way he wants to be worshipped. And we don't have to wonder. It's not a mystery. God lays it out crystal clear for us. And in, verse 8 of chapter 25, and they cast lots for their duties, small and great, teacher and pupil alike. God cares about having things laid out in such a way that whether your part of all of this is small or big, it matters, and that this is something to be taught. This isn't a mystery to just hope and pray that we can figure out the best way of worshiping God. No, He tells us it's teachable and we can learn it. How faithful is God that we're not left alone and abandoned, but that He loves us and cares for us like that. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you tune in tomorrow. Have a great day and keep reading the Word.